Go ahead and keep talking, guys. Just keep filling. Filler for the tiebreakers, semifinal tiebreakers.
So again, now what we're seeing is semifinal 1, match number 3, getting set up on the field here. Again, our number 9 alliance against the number 4. The second match going to the blue alliance. And again, remember in the first match, 54-60 strike zone sat motionless most of that match. But with them fully functioning and all 6 machines fully functioning in the second match, the advantage went to the blue alliance.
Yep. Average score-wise, again, number 9 has the advantage here. They've put up an average score across all their matches of 179. Our number 4 alliance, with that strike zone broken down match, bringing the average down a little bit, has still managed 165, so they're pretty close. About 14 points separating them there. That's certainly within, the margin that you would expect, the deviation of performances here.
So things get a little more interesting now as the winner of this next semifinal, they're moving on.
That's correct. Yeah, after this match, we will have one of our finalists. And so probably our next biggest upset, with 16 taking out 1, was the last match we just saw. Because we've been talking alliance number 2, alliance number 2, alliance number 2.
In my mind, that might actually be a bigger upset.
Bigger one.
The number 1 alliance had some very strong teams, and I think if everything went right for the number 1 alliance in a match, they probably could have put up the world high score. But they also have a lot of deviation in their performance. So they have some great matches, and all of those robots have had some subpar matches. And what we saw was those bad matches lined up together and cost them the series. So number 2, though, had been so consistent, 215, 215, 225, 225. To then drop down to what we saw, the 180, the 174 in the last match. That's a big drop.
And a chink in the armor, right? I mean, now they're rattled a little bit. So they had to call the timeout, and they come out of it, and with a loss.
Yep, so over here, in this matchup, though, 54-60 after their good performance in the last match and putting up a 202, it almost feels like they have the momentum here. They might be the slight favorites right now.
Yeah, I agreed. When you see that strike zone running to 100%, that's a nice machine. Performs very, very well.
And they've got the high number. I think they flew under the radar of a lot of people this year. Of course, I had them rated fairly highly. I saw early on their Lansing tournament. They played a similar style they're playing to now, but they had a bunch of balls in that offensive zone for them, and they would just clean them up. They just pick them up, turn, and shoot them in, and they were very fast, very efficient at that.
Off we go, autonomous period starting, the semifinal tiebreaker. So the winner is in the finals. Blue Alliance making their first 2 shots.
And that's that suspenseful delay, 51-50, waiting about 10 seconds before they started driving forward.
Yes, it got me. It's like, are they going to go? Are they going to go?
There they go.
All right, 15-point advantage now for blue.
Hybrid Hornets playing defense for the Blue Alliance on Excel.
And now on the Automationeers. Jumping back between one and the other. Automationeers missed their shot there. There they upset the Excel machine. They missed the shot. Here we see Torque lining up. They drain that 5-pointer.
Very efficient.
Got a real dichotomy between those two shooters. 54-60 with a nice soft lob up there, and Torque just kind of nails it through.
Good defense, but a little too late on the hit by the Hybrid Hornets.
But Blue just racking up the points. They're at 120
Oh boy,
points.
look at this.
But they've got the 20 already for breaching the defenses.
Low shot by Torque. That ball just rims out on the Blue Alliance side of it. And a
Blue.
make there by Strike Zone.
Blue just running away with this one at this point, 130 to 72.
Well, there just is no red Alliance defense. And even with that miss by Torque.
Right, so here comes 51-50. See, unlike 17-18 in the last match, they bailed out of there mighty quick to get back over to their own side and get up on that batter.
Well, the Red Alliance has really struggled. There's a lost pad on the field.
That is a penalty, is it? Don't they disable a robot? We see a...
They will disable the robot if they get to it in time.
Still, now Torque did not get back in time, but a huge lead for Blue.
And so the Red Alliance might have made it back all the way around the tower for the capture despite the bumper falling off, but they did not score enough boulders in the goal, so the capture was not unlocked. So even so, they will not get the 25-point bonus.
We're going to have Blue making 2 shots, deck 1.
The Blue Alliance had a very good run here in this semifinal tiebreaker that would move them into the finals if the score holds up.
We got Blue playing defense on the next one with Red with an in and out shot.
Little defense, not quite enough.
Yeah, just timed the hit just a little bit wrong there.
Unlucky bounce, that ball came back out.
Came back out.
Send it to Steph.
Let's go in the pits right now and join Stephanie. Steph?
You guys are headed to the finals. How excited are you guys?
We're very excited because this is our team's first time making it to the finals, and it's going to be really exciting. It's going to be a close match, hopefully, but that's going to be a hard alliance to beat either one of them going into their next tiebreaker match. But we're very excited to be making it to the finals because our first 2 competitions we got knocked out in the semifinals. So,
talk to me about 51-50 playing defense. You don't always see that.
Well, it was actually our first time playing defense here in the eliminations. We haven't done it at either of our first 2 competitions or in qualifications here, and we've been told that we're killing it, so it's actually working out.
It's obviously successful.
I'm very happy about it, and it's kind of fun knocking people around, so.
Good luck in the finals.
All right,
thank you.
I just heard him say it's kind of fun knocking people around.
It is.
That's the right spirit.
Yeah.
In a mechanical sort of way.
Yeah, it's my team, again, we typically build offensive robots, but there was one match where it just made sense for us to score once and go try to shut somebody down, and I think that was the most fun my driver had all year.
Now, as I'm looking at the body language, you know, no frantic activity by the Fighting Pie machine. They're rolling it back in. You know, last time when we saw them come out, they still had the computer hooked up to it. We had people with their hands in it, but not this time. This time when they're rolling it out, it's just, it looks like a normal loaded onto the field.
Yep.
So I suspect they're ready to roll.
Look for them on offense then?
I suspect so.
Yeah, I think I agree.
But again, seeing that last match, the number 4 alliance, Strike Zone, Hybrid Hornets, and Torque, I think all of them, this will be the first time they hit the state finals.
Yep.
So that's awesome for these teams. They're all going home with state championship medals. And, Torque, I suspect, has made semifinals before. I don't know complete history here. For sure they.
Yep.
But Hybrid Hornets and Strike Zone, easily as far as they've gone here.
Yeah.
So, fantastic.
Right. And a note about their score last time, right? 174, not a big score to move on. 97 for the other alliance. It looked like there might have been some issues with some of the robots. 24-74 was not performing up to par in that match. I wonder if they had some mechanical issues. But that 174 did not include the tower bonus because one of the red robots did not make it back to the tower. So that's 30 more points that they would have scored if that robot had gone 6 more feet.
Yeah.
So 6 feet, and then all of a sudden they've got a 204 there. And that's a lot more competitive.
Yeah. Now, when we look at this one, three of these 6 teams on the field have been state champions. Bedford Express last year, Rush 2 years ago, and Hott's been a state champ 3 times. But their most recent, let's see, we had 2009, 2011, and 2012. So it's been a few years since they've been here. And again, the winner here will now meet the winner of that last match.
Who's got an advantage here, Dave?
To me, it's all if Fighting Pie is genuinely fixed. Their body language over here on the sidelines before they loaded it on looked good, like they do have it fixed. I give the advantage to Red.
Yeah, and even if it's broken and they have to play defense again, now that they have the experience of the last match, you know, I still think they have an edge. It's close to a coin flip at that point, but I think I'd still choose number 2.
Right, because we know 51-14 is going to go play defense.
Yep.
And so if 17-18 does that, then it's the scoring of 67-27 versus 4,003 and 10-23, and you give the edge to 67-27.
Right. They just got to get out of that zone before the end game starts. Don't give away any free points and get back to the tower.
So we have one finalist secured. We'll know in about 2.5 minutes who the second finalist is. Good shot, Blue Alliance making one, missing one.
Red Alliance making one, so we're all tied up 40-40 coming out of Autonomous.
Yeah, but that ball that 67 did not shoot was an easy make as soon as Teliap started.
Yep. And 17-18 did take a shot and scored.
They took a shot, and they have reloaded.
And so it looks like the 17-18 arm is corrected. And I just saw, I think, a blue penalty there. Contact with one of the red machines in the outer works.
Bedford Express scoring from close range.
Another penalty on blue, 41-14. Or 51-14, hit Hot when they were crossing the outer works.
Trisonic scoring from deep for the Blue Alliance, but they're going to have to keep scoring to keep up with the Red Alliance.
Yep, and they've pulled 51-14 back to that midfield defense. They're trying a ball starvation strategy instead of trying to shut down the shots. And they've now picked up their 3rd illegal defense penalty. So that's 15 points that Blue has given to our number 2 Red Alliance here.
But it's working somewhat, because see, both 17-18 and Hot are struggling to get a ball. Now Hot gets around it. 17-18 should be just about free and ready to go.
I think they picked up number 4. So that's 20 points in penalties, I think.
Score by Trisonics for the Blue Alliance. Again, though, they continue to struggle keeping up.
In the meantime, that left Rush free and clear to do whatever they wanted.
Yep, and Red just got their boost for the defense breach.
Fighting Pie.
Which the Blue already had.
A Red Alliance score on the other end.
So now if I'm Red, it's like, okay, everybody to the tower. You got a 40-point lead.
Let's go.
Yep.
And there's the Hot team. They're going to try and shoot and score before they try to capture the tower.
Fighting Pie waiting.
It's like both hangers are hooked here.
10-23 struggling.
That's Bedford Express struggling. They can't grip it.
We could see a 240 here, perhaps.
Yeah, I think this is going to be our new high score. A bit penalty aided, but I think it's going to be our new high score.
We got a couple red makes to start off.
The Red Alliance is on the cusp of getting into the finals here.
You know, 51-14 was doing a good job, but they were just touching some of those red robots when they got to the outer works, and that's where the penalties were.
Yep, absolutely. So a lot of those penalties actually were not on 51-14.
Is that right?
A lot of those penalties were on 4003. So what was happening was the Red Alliance was controlling the balls, and 4003 had to go into a risky position to get them. And you can see 20 blue penalties there. And our new high score with 230 red, 180 blue.
Go ahead and throw to Steph.
Let's go in the pits on the field and join Stephanie Funkhauser. Steph.
You guys are headed to the finals. I think I heard a sigh of relief there.
Yeah, it's absolutely amazing. We've had so many problems with our robot mechanically. Our picker's amazing. We got it all done. We're back out on the field, and we just won a tiebreaker. It's awesome.
What are some of those issues that you overcame coming into this third semifinal match?
The problems we had before the match, our intake arm snapped in half, and we had to replace the entire arm in 10 minutes. It was great.
Talk about overcoming adversity. Good luck. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Steph.
And so we just saw the number 2 against the number 3, and now it's going to be the number 2 against the number 4.
Yep.
Audience selection.
So here's audience selection. The audience will get enthused about either one of these two, and whichever one gets louder, that's the defense we'll go with in the finals.
And we've seen a lot of Sallyport in the qualification rounds, but it seems like teams prefer the drawbridge in the elimination round, and I can't even hear myself talk anymore.
Yeah, I can't either.
They're cheering so loudly for it.
And so it's the drawbridge. That's what we see up on the big board right now. They selected the drawbridge over the Sallyport. You know what's interesting too? We're down to 6 teams, and that audience participation was everybody, right? Everybody's into it, right?
Yep.
You know, look at the stands here. They're packed.
Nobody leaves.
Nobody leaves. There's 102 teams here, and everybody's sitting here to watch this, even though their teams are now out and we're down to 6. I love this part in the tournament. If I was out on the field, I've emceed many of these. This is where you get to say to the kids, you're all going home with medals. You're all getting a silver, you're all getting a gold. Thumbs up, congratulations. And, you know, looking at this, I'm looking at my data here. The highest numbered team that has been a state champion is team 35-39. So that gives you an idea of where a team came into the competition. That's the Biting Bulldogs. And 2 of the teams on that blue alliance, or I should say the number 4 alliance, teams 51-50 and 54-60. 54-60, that's a second-year team, the Strike Zone team. That's incredible from this Lapeer team to be out here competing at this level in their second year.
And I think they got a little bit of mentorship from 1684.
The Chimeras
are shared, so that in that area. So they're another one of our rookie teams that started with some experience last year.
And we had seen the Chimeras earlier. In fact, as I'm looking at this, it says Zemmer Junior High. Are these middle school kids? When I hear junior high, I think 6th through 8th grade.
I believe it's a high school, but
I would guess that too. And then we've got the Hybrid Hornets out of Flint, Kearsley, and then Torque, Oxford. And so as you pointed out, Dan, I mean, There's Flint and Lapeer and Oxford. They're all pretty close over there. I don't know if that's all Genesee County. For certain, Flint is in Genesee County, and where you go from there. But so 3 over there in the Flint area. As we look to the other side, we've got the hot team. That's Milford and Highland and Commerce Township, the Huron Valley schools, Clarkston, and then Armada. So Armada is in Macomb County.
You can go ahead and throw to Steph in the pits for the pre-finals interview.
A pre-finals interview right now. Let's join Stephanie.
I'm here with Gabe from 5150. You were talking to me about some new things that you guys have been doing. Talk to me a little bit about your journey here to finals.
So we started out as 4th Alliance captain, which was very new to us because it's our first year here at Michigan State. And we had a good team that we decided to pick first off. And we were lucky enough to have another great team as our second pick. So it's been working out really well. We have 2 high goal shooters, and that complements our low goal bot very well. And through octo finals, we were kind of playing how we were in quarterfinal or in qualifications. But then once quarterfinals and semifinals came around, we had to start playing defense, which is something we normally don't do. So to kind of continue that here through the finals and hopefully be able to shut down this powerhouse alliance that we have going on here.
What are you really looking for in this final matchup?
I'm hoping for a win.
Looking for a win. All right, good luck, Gabe. Back to you guys.
Simple, right?
I'm with him.
That's right.
What am I looking for? Yeah.
Win.
Yep.
Get the W, baby. Get the
Yeah.
W.
And follow it up with another one. And
All right, so let's strategize. What does each team need to do to win? Dan, starting with you.
The battle is going to be 51-50. So they're the captain, they're the defensive robot, and it comes down to how effectively they can shut down this 3 offensive alliance of the number 2.
yeah, the number 2 alliance, offense, offense, offense. Keep all 3 of them machines humming and keep them all scoring. You don't need to think about defense. And somehow, when you see where 51 and 50 is playing defense on somebody, go to the open field, stay away from them. Hot's going to be taking the shot from the protected zone.
Yeah, and what's interesting is, so the highest score that the number 4 alliance has put up, their maximum score so far in this tournament is a 202. All right, our number 2 alliance is averaging 212. So you're not going to outscore them going all out offense. You have to bring that number down. So our number 4 alliance here has to make this an ugly match.
And what was the high of the number 2 alliance at this?
202. And the high of the number 2 is the 230 we just saw. So they have a 230, 2 225s, and 2 215s.
So their high is a 230.
Yep.
Okay.
Go ahead and throw to Steph. Another interview.
Let's join Stephanie on the field right now. Steph, what do you got?
I'm here with Cody from Team Rush. You guys had some records today with some of your high-scoring matches. Talk to me a little bit about your road here to the finals.
Well, we are the second alliance, so the first alliance got there, and we were a little scared because the first alliance we were friends with, and we didn't want to go up to them in the finals like we are now. But I guess we just win every match, every other match. Like, okay, this match we're gonna go better than this match, and we slowly got better. Yeah, there were some bumps in the road, but we got better, and it was a good payoff.
And what are some of the things you're really looking for from your team in the finals?
I'm looking to win. I mean, it's state champs, so we won it in 2014, and I want to win it again.
Ready to win again. Thanks, Cody. Back to you guys.
All right, so the common theme is we're here to win.
Yeah, and so what we'd see here